Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish. Welcome back again this weekend, where we're still playing Icewind Dale. Oh, well, I have been looking forward to this all week. I hope that you have been as well. I look forward to Saturdays every week, so I hope that you will join me. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do this live every weekend. Oh, and we have already found some enemies. Well, the way things have been going so far, I feel like this is not going to go great probably for them. But also, we're kind of out of the tutorial area, too, so we'll see what happens. Nope, that seems pretty par for the course. Ah, there are more. And our archers are beastly. All right. Excellent. They dropped a little treasure, even. Now, this is a large area, so... Oop. There we go. I'm hoping that we'll actually kind of wind up with, like, more treasure than we can reasonably carry out. We may wind up having to leave some of this behind. Man, they just do not end. Ooh, here's a new guy. A goblin marshal. It's a little bit tougher. Okay.
I'm not sure about this.
Oh, Hatheland got hit. Goodness gracious. That screen shake was a critical hit from our guys. Wonderful. Man, they are just eating it up. Tearing through these goblins. Oh, there we go.
I'm here.
We finally have filled up Hatheland's backpack. These chickens, for some reason, the goblins have left unmolested. Okay. They're free to go about their business, I guess. Alright, that looks like everything from these goblins. Of course, we're going to keep exploring. I want to go back over here. I can't remember if there's something down this way or not. I feel like there is. Oh, yeah, this is the hermit who found us. This is his cave, I think. Yes. Can't actually go inside. That's alright. We don't want to bother him. He's a hermit for a reason. It's just like the fellow who was able to snop the snowy weather in Might and Magic 6. As much as I enjoy your company, I am in fact a hermit. Ooh. Somebody took damage. Oh, it was Keishara. She's not going to be happy.
Give the word.
There we go. Okay. Moving right along. There certainly are a lot of goblins here. Hatheland must be, well, I guess thrilled since we're, you know, annihilating them.
A little fire and lightning should liven things up.
Here I come. The hells come with me.
There we go. That's what I like to see. My goodness gracious. Yep, here we go. All of this treasure. Shoo, we already going to have to organize the inventory just a little bit. If nothing else, we'll grab all these arrows and give them to Sana here. She can make use of them. There we go. And to think we were buying extra ammunition because I didn't want to run out. Let's check our map here. Okay. I just wanted to see exactly how much area we have to explore on our way to Kuldahar. Let's go this way first. Oh, more goblins. Man, there's just goblins all over the place.
Hero will his wrath.
It is an infestation.
They're not going anywhere.
I'm going to kind of let the AI take over now that they're killing those targets so quickly.
Time to turn this one down to size. You would do well to
Oh no, they flanked us. Phew. Goodness gracious.
Yes?
There we are. This is a suspicious number of goblins, considering that, you know, frost giants orchestrated an ambush on our expedition. So someone knew we were coming, or was at least watching the pass. Which should surprise no one, I think. And then we try to continue on to Kuldahar, and suddenly goblins. Goblins everywhere. Not suspicious at all. The mill wheel is stuck in a frozen creek. Though it shows signs of heavy use, there appears to be no way it could operate in its current environment. Yeah, well, that sounds right. We'll check out that mill here in a moment, because we can actually go inside there. What is that chicken doing up there? These chickens get around, man.
Death comes for you.
Even Keishara is having to carry loot now. I'm almost certain we'll have to leave some of this behind, just because a lot of it's going to be the same, shields and axes and so forth, and then also, like, not all of it's very valuable. Some of it is going to be worth more than other stuff. Okay, well, we've got a tower and a cave. Let's see. Tower's on the way. Let's try that first. We'll go inside here. This has somebody inside of it we can talk to, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Sounds good to me.
This is Garrig. Let's see what he has to say.
Smash your face.
Head hurts. Why you make Garrig's head hurt, skinny people? Let's see. We can make fun of him. That seems kind of up Sana's alley, but if we don't have to fight this guy, we don't want to. We want to take advantage of these special dialogue options, you know, from high charisma, high intelligence, high wisdom, and what have you, race, class, alignment. It's kind of like how in our last video I mentioned that we didn't have anyone in the party, you know, we didn't have any way to talk old Jed out of being a drunk. It is possible to do that. We just don't have anyone here who has the stats for it, because I think you have to have something like 15 or 16 intelligence and charisma, and there's just nobody who has both. Most of our high-int characters have lower charisma than that. So let's see. What's wrong with your head? No, no! Walk here from my cave. Need to answer call. Now cannot. And the head, it hurts! Garrig want to pound head against wall to make head okay. I'm not sure that'll work. Oh, yeah. Yeah. With enough charisma, you can try and convince him. Say, I think that's an excellent idea. Hit your head against the wall as hard as you can. Maybe you're right. No know what to do. Yeah, so. Interesting. His head hurts. He doesn't want to attack us, necessarily, but he also is obviously in distress.
Agreed.
I think this might be his cave up here. We'll find out. And if you're having fun watching these videos and you're not already subscribed, please be sure to do that and turn on notifications and that kind of thing. And you can also follow me over on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Pillow Fort if you use Pillow Fort, all that kind of thing. That way you won't miss any new content as we go forward. Oh man, this is a slaughter. Whew. Oh, dead goblins everywhere. Man, even Keishara is getting some action. Non-magical, too. Oh, there we go. Take him down, guys. There we go. Alright. Wow. That room was just full of goblins. That is a lot of goblins. Any more arrows? There we go. We'll just have Sana carry those directly. Oh, his inventory's full. Let's see, she can carry these daggers, some bows, those are lightweight. This might be where we run out of room. Oh, nope, okay, we got it. Phew, that was close. Now I think, yes, here we go. Keishara picked up some arrows. She can hold those. Excellent. Not finding a lot of crossbow bolts, though. That's alright. That's just telling us so far what we need to purchase versus what we can count on probably finding. Aha, see, there's another cave that continues on. There are dead goblins in front of that, bugs out here. So from context clues, I'm guessing that the big brothers of what we fought back in Grisella's basement are going to be in here. Oop, I was right. It wasn't really a guess. I'm pretending. Ooh, they're still eating the goblins. I forgot about that. There, finish those off. Excellent. And now, some gold. Ah, Motmic can grab this gem and put it in the gem bag. And what's this? Some arrows. That blue box, of course, whenever we see that, it's just like that ring we found before. This indicates that the characters can sense it's a magical item or possesses some sort of improvement, but they don't necessarily know what it is. Let's see if Motmic does. If he doesn't, Sana will. Yep, see, not identified. His lore score is just not high enough. She'll know. If we can get it into her inventory. Here we go. Let me give that to Sam. I have a lot to sell when we get to Kuldahar anyway. Here we go. +1 arrows. There we go. So +1 to hit, +1 damage. That is a D&D staple, of course. Alright. There's nothing else in this cave. We're done here. We got 240 experience for each of those beetles, though. Nice. Some of our characters are probably not too far away from leveling up again, which is awesome. Alright, so now let's head down here to the mill. That is the last area that we've got before we go ahead on to Kuldahar. Down here across this bridge, that area will take us where we're headed. Which is great, because not only are there an enormous number of enemies here, but I don't think our characters want to be stuck in this frozen pass for longer than they absolutely have to be. I want some answers, personally. Ah, a goblin to whom we can speech. We can speech him. Let's have Hatheland talk to him. He hates goblins. What am I doing here? Well, it looks like you're looting and pillaging this mill. Now, let's see. What do you mean? What am I doing here? I don't understand why we were called here. Called here? It's like gnawing in my stomach when I'm hungry. I must have eaten everything in this damn pass, but it won't let me be. Why can't I make it stop? Ah! Maglubiet, make it end! Maglubiet is the god of goblins in the Forgotten Realms, by the way. Just a little knowledge for you there. Ah. Who are you? I am Ulegar, chief of Bleeding Eye. Bow before me and pay tribute. Let's see. So we can give him some gold. I refuse. Why should I? Sorry, I don't give tributes to smelly morons, or just are you serious? Yeah. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Do not mock, Chief of Bleeding Eye. You give tribute now or die. Boy, you're stupid. I'm not giving you one copper piece, much less my gold. You know what? This is Hatheland, and he's talking to Goblinkin. I think it's about time for a mean answer, don't you? You insult me. Wolves will feed on your flesh tonight. Yep, well, my day's been going a lot better than yours is about to.
This one's mine.
Oh, man. Hatheland's into it. There we go. Okay. Ooh, we got a magic shield. Look at this. Excellent. Let's see. Who has inventory space left? Hatheland does. Okay. Well, let's give one of these shields to him. We'll have Sana pick up this magical one. We can see what it is. Stout Ward +1. This small shield was created as a gift from the leader of Clan Battlehammer to one of his trusted servants. The servant, Wardar Stoutbrew, protected the clan leader's family from being killed and eaten by Yeti. Wardar wore the shield proudly for 10 years before he was killed by orcs in the spine of the world. His sacrifice allowed a few key members of the Battlehammer clan to escape to safety. Cool. So, it doesn't have any protection against missile attacks, but it is AC +2, so it's a small shield that has additional AC. Who's using a small shield? No one. Well, we might wind up selling that then. Well, let's see. His shield is only AC +1, so... yeah, okay, we can give it to him. There we go. Nice. Okay. And let's see. This scroll we definitely need as well. Blur. Let's give that to Keishara. Ta-da! Now she knows the spell. That is how that works.
Ready.
Let's see. Does anyone... there we go. Hey, we got it all. Ooh. A basement. Well, they started out hostile, so... sorry, goblins. I really wouldn't kill them all if I didn't have to, but... okay. Now I think that we're finally at the point where we can't really pick anything else up and carry it with us. Yeah, we're going to have to leave some of this stuff. But first, a door. Oh boy. Germsy. He's got the highest charisma. That's Sana, of course. Let's see. Shh, be quiet or the goblins will hear us. Uh-oh. What's your name, little boy? My name is Germsy. I lived here at the mill with... oh. My dad and my sister. The goblins got them. Oh, man. Yeah, their bodies are probably the ones we passed on the first floor. Yeah, let me take you to Kuldahar. Don't worry about me. I'll go to the temple in Kuldahar. I know the way. Now that the goblins are dead, it'll be easy to get there. Bye! Okay. Oh, somebody leveled up. Sam, it looks like. Nice. Okay. Well.
Watch me go.
Let's see if Motmic finds any traps on these containers. We've got, what, a crate, a barrel here, and another barrel. Probably not trapped. Oh, nice. No. There we go. Haha. We put those gems in the gem bag and it leaves him with an empty space. That's exactly what those are for. 15 gold. And 5 throwing axes. Okay. Let's head back up this way. More goblins! My goodness gracious, y'all. Now it's goblin chunks. Man, we can't even carry any more arrows. Okay. Grab that gold then. I don't see anything else in here. No secret compartments.
Right then.
What do you think, Motmic?
Ready.
Yeah, I think that's it. Okay.
I'm on it.
Alright, well, back down then.
Agreed.
And then back up. Yep, unfortunate.
Agreed.
Well, at least we avenged them. Bye, goblin. On to Kuldahar then. I hate leaving loot behind, I do, but there's just no real way to carry it. That's okay, it's not really, like, great loot. We are still in a low-level area. Okay, so our first look at the world map. These are all of the different areas to which we have access throughout the game. So, of course, from East Haven we came down through Kuldahar Pass. Now we're heading over to Kuldahar proper. More areas will be added to this map as we continue along and advance different parts of the story, and we'll be able to fast travel between them.
Fighting their way through the goblin-infested valley of the pass, the survivors of the doomed East Haven expedition at last came upon the small hamlet of Kuldahar. Nestled within the roots of a massive oak tree, the tiny cottages were a welcome sight for the weary travelers. As the party approached the town, a warm breeze blew over them, chasing away the chill of the frozen pass, and carrying with it the sweet scent of cooking fires.
There we go. So on into chapter 1. I hope the sound's alright today. Let me know if it's too soft or too quiet or you can't hear the voices. We had some technical difficulties last weekend, and I appreciate everyone who kind of bore through that with me, but just in case, I do want to do a tech check this weekend and make certain that everyone can hear all right.
Agreed.
It's Nate. I knew you'd make it through. I just knew it. Hooray for you. Who are you? How did you know we were coming? I'm Nate. Arundel said that help was on its way. I've been out here every day keeping a lookout for you. Where's the rest of your army? Are you just the scouts or something? No, it's just us. Alone? I thought for sure that the 10 towns would send an army to help us. Wait till Arundel finds out it's just you. Gosh, why are these evil answers available when we're good aligned? Who is Arundel? Arendel's my friend. He's the oldest and smartest man in the whole world. He can talk to animals, you know. You should probably go see him. He'll be wanting to talk to you too. Okay. He lives across this bridge on the other side of the brook. Just look for the house with the 3 big rocks out front. Well, alright, we'll do that. First, however, we need to find a shop. Ah, here we go. Perfect. This will do nicely. Let's offload some of this junk before somebody gives us some, like, quest rewards and treasure.
Done.
Ah. I love that it's girth instead of Garth. Ah, whereso the wind blows, travelers seek shelter. And supplies, mayhap? Good day and cheer to you, sir. My name is Girth. I tell by the cut of your cloth and your bearing that you are a visitor fresh to Kuldahar. Is there something you wish to purchase? Well, what is this place? Well, this is my shop, friend. I supply caravans in the shade of this great oak. This shop was my father's and my father's before him. I think he means his father's before him. Unless there's time travel shenanigans. And it dates almost 3 generations back, if you can believe it. Like many of the places in Kuldahar and the surrounding lands, there's much history to be found if one digs deep enough. Ooh, are you a historian? Nay, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. I dabble in time's passage, perhaps, but it is not a full-time occupation, merely a hobby. I do enjoy learning more of the past and examining treekins from around the area. I have quite a collection, a little museum of sorts. Some call it junk, but... Ooh, what sort of things do you collect? Maybe we can buy some. Keys, notes, books on the region. If you happen to come across any on your travels, I'll pay a fair sum for them to take them off your hands. Oh, good. Nice. Yeah, we will find a lot of books and documents and things like that they will sometimes just be treasure, sometimes they'll actually be quest relevant, but we won't always need to keep them. So, here we go. Yeah, if we come across anything we might need later, can I buy them back? Oh, of course, I purchase such things only for my own interest and to preserve the history and culture of the region. They do not end up on a rattling caravan to some Kalimshan market, that's for certain. Alright, well then. What can we sell to you? Why won't you buy these battle axes? Oh no! He'll buy the armor but not the weapons. It's okay, that'll free up some space. Then if we need to buy anything, we can do so. And someone else here in town will buy the weaponry. No problem, no big deal, it's fine. There we go. I think he'll buy these gems too. We'll get those out of the bag in a moment. There we go. Okay. Mummy's tea. This is an important item. Cures blindness, deafness, and disease, so it's a pretty good healing potion. We'll come across some more of those later, I'm sure. Now, you sell battle axes and throwing axes. Why won't you buy them? Probably should buy some bolts just in case. A girdle. Bracers. Not magical, so useless to us. Likewise, the silver ring. Ah, but he does have a couple of trinkets down here. Check this out. A lyre of progression and a bardic horn of Valhalla. Goodness gracious. Held under the left arm, this instrument allows the bard to memorize 2 extra 2nd level spells and 1 extra 3rd level spell. Nice. So you equip that as a shield. Bonus spell slots. The bardic horn of Valhalla, yeah, once per day it summons like spirit barbarians to attack your enemies, which is pretty cool. Oh, that's right. Sam still needs to level up. Hey. Can't forget about that. Ah, he gets a proficiency slot this level. Well, let's see. He can only put 1 rank in a weapon, so since he's already got sword and shield style, and since he's got maces, I guess that means that it's time we have to pick another style or weapon. Well, clubs, warhammers, flails, and morning stars, they all have a different proficiency requirement. So I'm thinking maybe let's put this in flail and morning star, and that way if we find a really good one, he'll actually be able to use it because no one else is really proficient with that. So right now he's stuck with mace, but then if we find a good morning star or something, he'll be able to actually equip it. And that's it, other than his hit points and so forth. So there we go. Weapon proficiency is 1, all of his saves reduced by 1, Thaco reduced by 2. Oh, and he got additional 1st and 2nd level spell slots, as well as, of course, the usual hit points and lore. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. What else can we put in here? Maybe I have a curse. We've not really cast a lot of spells with him yet, honestly. But we haven't needed to. We've just been fighting goblins, so it's okay. Doom. Duration 1 turn. That doesn't last for very long. Maybe another curse? Perhaps a remove fear? Yeah. I'd say that or protection from evil. Let's see. Bonuses to armor class, saving throws against evil-lined opponents. Prevents summoned fiends from attacking the recipient, makes them immune to charm spells. Yeah, it never hurts to have a protection from evil memorized. And an extra one of these as well. He's already got a spiritual hammer. We don't have neutralize poison yet, but slow poison will still be useful. Alright. Onward. Let's see if we can find some other place, perhaps, that will buy our battle axes. Over here, there's sort of like a wizard tower. Yeah, this is like the local magic shop. Don't remember if he buys weapons or not. This goblin. Oh, yes. Weenog. Hey! Phew! No sneak up on Weenog like that. Goblin scum! That sounds like Hatheland. Who lives here? Surely this tower isn't yours. No. Tower belong to master. Weenog only servant. Cleans tower and makes bed, cooks tasty food for the master. How nice a goblin housekeeper. Forgive me if I don't hand you my cloak. That's a little mean, but that does sound like Hatheland. Master is in study. Through door. Go in if you wants to speak with the master. Weenog not allowed in study. Master keeps powerful magics in there. Books, papers, wizard things Weenog not understand. Wizard things, you say? I do enjoy a good wizard thing. Yes, Auric the Grey. Let's have Keishara talk to him wizard to wizard. Well now, what have we here? It's been a long time since I've had guests. Welcome. My name is Auric. What brings you to my humble home? Yeah, I want to ask some questions about disturbances. Ah, yes, the disturbances. Oh, he knows right away, I see. Oh, but then immediately follows it up with, I'm afraid I can't be of much help to you there. I rarely leave this tower for any reason, you see. My studies prevent me from taking an active interest in the affairs of the people of Kuldahar. Their problems are no concern of mine. But you live in Kuldahar. It's like, oh, or you don't give a damn about anybody, I see. Well, we'll get back to purchasing spells. But even though Keishara is neutral, this is still a good question. You live here, like, how can you not care? I've had many homes. Kuldahar is not the first and certainly won't be the last. It is unfortunate that these simple folk have been made to suffer so, but I have no desire to get involved. All that matters to me is my work. Well, what's so important about your work, then? Everything. Knowledge is the one true source of power in this universe. Everything else is fleeting. I've spent years collecting these tomes and scrolls you see before you. They are my life's work. Contained within their passages are the clues that may one day unlock the mysteries of an ancient and nearly forgotten arcane lore. Ooh, says our elven wizard. What kind of arcane lore? My studies revolve around the arcane lore that deals specifically with the creation of mythals. A mythal is a powerful elven enchantment that is essentially a weave of protective magic that can be cast over a vast area. I've discovered numerous historical accounts of elven mages laying such mythals over an entire city. I know, says Keishara. I'm aware. The details of the accounts are vague at best. The mages of the old elven kingdoms vanished long ago, retreating to the safety and isolation of the Isle of Evermeet. It seems that all their written knowledge of mythal enchantment has vanished with them. For over a decade I have traveled the realms, searching for remnants of this forgotten lore. That is what brought me to Kuldahar. So, are there answers here? Not exactly. While exploring the fabled ruins of Myth Draenor, I came across an old tattered manuscript buried amid the rubble of an abandoned library. The manuscript made several references to an elven outpost located somewhere within the spine of the World Mountains. Naturally, I came here to find the settlement. Thus far, I've been unable to locate it. Well, if we come across any elven ruins, we will be sure to tell you. Yes, I appreciate your interest. If by some miracle you find this lost elven outpost, and happen upon any materials regarding mythals, please deliver them to me here. I am willing to pay a handsome reward for such a service. Alright, another new side quest. Okay, well, before we go... I see. Well, you've come to the right place. I can certainly provide you with a number of useful spells for your spellbook. Of course, I am only willing to offer you certain spells. I fear much of the knowledge I possess is beyond your comprehension. Perhaps in the future you may be worthy of such advanced knowledge. Keishara just looks into the camera like she's on The Office. Okay, well, what will you sell me right now? Ah. He's actually got some decent spells. A lot of these are second level, good attack spells like Aganazar Scorcher, or Aganazar Scorcher, I suppose. Detect invisibility, color spray, another go find familiar. Ah, and more importantly, perhaps, he's got magic items. A bag of holding. That's just bunches of extra inventory space, which is great. A scarab of goodwill. Casts friends once per day. Plus 5 charisma for the wearer for 13 rounds. A robe of infusing. Okay, so this is kind of like a low-level version of a robe of the Archmagi. Plus 2 armor class, 5% magic resistance, plus 5 lore, and an extra first-level wizard spell slot. Not bad at all. Girdle of Gond. Yeah, plus 10% open locks, plus 5% find traps. Ooh, Motmic might want that. And the Clasp of Bronze Cloak. Piercing, slashing, and missile resistance, plus 5% each. Nice, nice, nice. Now, he's not interested in buying anything that we have, and honestly, I don't blame him. Okay. Well, we can't afford anything that he has right now. And somehow, like, I doubt we're going to be able to just, like... Yeah, see, you know... Try to pick his pockets and he's going to get mad at us.
Agreed.
We'll come back for some of that stuff later. Those magic items are very expensive. We're not really meant to buy all of them, especially not in one go. Okay.
I'm on it.
Exploring Kuldahar. At least it's a little bit warmer here. We're out of the snow. You may notice that there's like no snow at all. And that is because that the great tree is magical in nature. And it's warm around the base down here. That's why you can see liquid water and even grass. See, there's some snow, but not a lot. This is Arendel's house, of course. There's the 3 big rocks. We will come back and visit him at the appropriate time. The appropriate time being after we have visited the entire rest of the village. Because talking to him will advance the story, and we definitely don't want that. I see some snow and ice here. Unusual. The inscription upon this stone statue reads, "In memory of the Archdruid Tolban, founder of Kuldahar. Potter. Ernst the Potter. Who are you? What did you want with me? Let's see. Okay, we're not going to hurt you. Questions? What kind of questions? Well, who are you? I'm Ernst the Potter. At least I used to be. Now I just want to get out of this place alive. With all the terrible things happening in town, I'm too scared to step outside my shop. Oh, okay. What kind of terrible things? Oh, disturbances? Yes. People disappearing, monsters everywhere. Even the weather is turned against us. Nobody knows why. Not even Arundel. Well, wait, I have more questions. Okay, here we go. Yes. What is this place? This shop is my home. I used to make pottery here, but there doesn't seem to be much point anymore. I've closed shop and packed up my things. As soon as the pass is clear, I'm heading south to Baldur's Gate. Here it's nice there. Okay, well. Something scared him completely out of his house. Out of house and home. Who lives here?
By Tempus, the vision speaks true. You are the heroes from my dreams.
Whomst? Do I know you? What are you talking about?
The vision is why I have come to this place. Tempus has guided me to you.
You found us, now Tempus can guide you elsewhere.
This I cannot say. I know only that the storm of war darkens the skies of my homeland. My people are gathering in numbers greater than any have seen for generations.
You don't say.
A king, both new and old, has risen to lead the tribes against the 10 towns. Already, the first snows of winter bear the dark stains of spilt blood.
A new and old king?
Wolfdane is his name. He was a great warrior from an elder tribe who was slain in battle on the eve of last season.
And now he's back?
Now his body has returned from death's halls to lead my people once more as king.
Ooh, that sounds unfortunate.
Wolfdane's flesh is but a vessel, a borrowed tool. The spirit of the new king is much, much older than the form it now inhabits.
Ooh.
It is said that the spirit of Jared governs his body. It is this claim that has fueled the fires of vengeance among my people.
Okay, but we know that Jared is entombed in stone, right? Like, surely his ghost is not out possessing people.
The same. You know our history well.
I just talked to somebody about it.
Now, after centuries of imprisonment, Jared's spirit is free and rallies the tribes once more in a common cause.
Okay, yeah, but... Yeah, see, Hatheland agrees with me. If Jared was a great hero, then why are you here? Why would this be a problem?
You must understand. I have read the signs. Tempus will not favor either side in the coming battles. Both my people and those of the towns shall be haunted by countless deaths without honor. I have cast my spirit into the nether realm in search of a way to prevent what must not be. My vision quest led me here to find you. You are the answer I seek.
Okay, that's weird and uncomfortable, but, like, what are we supposed to do then?
You must come to Hengoro others have gathered. You alone can forestall the war between our peoples.
Okay.
Although I am certain you are the heroes of my vision, I fear you are not yet strong enough for the task at hand. Go forth and sharpen your skills upon the field of valor. When you've grown stronger, return here and we shall speak more.
So he's literally telling us to go level up and come back. Okay, well, this has to do with Heart of Winter, which is the expansion pack. So, we will come back. Oh my gosh, guy. There we go. Now I have room to steal things. Excellent.
I'm on it.
Yeah, basically. Run! The Vale's filled with Yetis! Gosh. What a thing for somebody to come up yelling. I tried to outrun them, but two of them are still chasing me. Run, get help. Ooh. Alright, frontliners.
I'll do my best to keep myself out of trouble.
Shoo! Well, that could have gone worse. Yeti pelt is not something I know that, like, I really want in my inventory, but... Oh, thanks. I thought the time to join my ancestors had finally come. Last time I ever stepped foot anywhere near the Vale, that's for certain. There's all sorts of strange creatures roaming around there now. The Vale, you say? The Vale of Shadows. Oh, my brother Silas and I made a pilgrimage there to pay our respects to our family crypt, like we do every year, but this time, I don't know. The Vale seems different. Cursed somehow. The shadows have come alive, and there's Yetis roaming the paths attacking travelers. And what about Silas? Silas didn't make it. The largest Yeti I've ever seen tore out of the snow and took a piece out of him with its claws. He fell dead as a stone. There's blood everywhere. There was nothing I could do. He was carrying our family heirloom, but it's lost to us now. Ha-ha! Not if I butcher the giant Yeti! Ha-ha! We were taking the main path, but considering how many beasts were in the Vale, Arundel may know a safer path you can take. He wanders the mountains quite a bit and knows of more hidden trails than there are branches on the Great Oak. His home is southwest of the Great Tree. It's the two-story house made out of stone. Right, yeah, we know where it is. Thank you. Now that Silas is gone, that heirloom is all I have left to remember my family by. I would appreciate its safe return. And also, if you come across any more Yetis, you might want to collect their pelts once you've done away with the beasts. Conlon, the blacksmith here in town, buys the pelts for a fair price. Oric may be able to make something out of those pelts, too. So we'll check with the blacksmith and with the wizard. Ah. Yes, he found himself a Yeti wife, and now he's at home eating Yeti spaghetti. No. We won't make fun of the recently deceased. That would be a little, cold. There we go, that's the tavern. Whew, that's a lot of people. Amelia, Lazanne, Whitcomb. Okay, so there's only 3 people here who are going to be interesting to talk to, so let's see. Sana used to be a barmaid. Let's have her talk to these folks. Keep your damn horses stabled. I'll get to you in a moment. Oh, hey, what's this? Some sort of magery? Excuse me? I'm just surprised to see a new face at Kuldahar is all. Oh, I never thought I'd never see another customer that pass buried in snow as it is. You must be looking for something fierce to brave the winter's chill like that. Part of an expedition. Oh, that's so. Well, we should all be blessed then. Our bone-carving neighbors trudging through the drifts to make sure we're all right. What's East Haven worried about us for? Well, we heard about weird stuff. No, I don't know anything. I mean, we've had our share of raiders before, but this year's been worse than any other I can recall. How so? Well, I've heard tell of raiders, goblins, and the like, never seen in the past before. Folks, travelers have gone missing, and no one knows where. Lots of strange goings on. Got a lot of folks worried. You might want to speak to Arendelle. Okay, we get it. If his beard's any sign, he's got a lot of knowing to his years. You can find him at the base of the great tree. His is the 2-storied house to the south and west, with the 3 rocks in front of it. Yeah, right, we get it. Okay. Could we get a meal? If it's a meal you're after, tell that filthy, goateed wine spider squatting behind the bar to stop drinking the stock and fire up the oven. But you'd best shout. He's too deep in his cups to hear if you talk civilized like. Dang! Drag him! Gosh, let's see if Lyzanne has anything different to say. Welcome, traveler. May I be of service to you? Oh, I'll help if I can. What would you like to know? Well, who are you? I'm Lyzanne the barmaid. If I may be of service to you, you need but ask. What do you do? As I said, I'm a barmaid. I help take care of the customers. I serve food and drinks, chat with folks, listen to what they have to say. You learn a lot if you take the time to listen. Ooh, any rumors? Delicious gossip? Well, I hear tales. Folks have been talking about the recent avalanche, the haunted vale, missing folks, monsters, and Arendelle. What are they saying about the avalanche? Let's see. It was a bad one. Some folks are trapped. Nobody's happy. What about the haunted vale? We just heard about that. Most people call it the Vale of Shadows because it's always dark there. Maybe someone should do something about that ... Real, like, thanks. Thanks, game. We get it. Let's see. What about the missing people? Vanishing without a trace. Someone's wife went missing. He went to go find her. The smithy's son. Ooh, lots of folks. What about monsters? Ooh, a sore subject. Orcs, goblins. And what about Arendelle? He's a local sage or hermit. I don't know rightly what to call him. Folks have a lot of respect for him, though. Anyway, I guess he's taken an interest in a lot of the goings-on around here of late. He's been seen out and about more than is usual for him. That's all I know. Okay, well. What about the tavern? It's the best tavern in all of Kuldahar. The food is good, the ale isn't watered down, and the service is friendly. Well, Amelia over there had a very different story. She must be the favorite. What about Kuldahar itself? I don't rightly know what to say about Kuldahar. It's a bit of a wonder, I'll give it that. The only thing that allows the town to survive is the great tree and the warmth it provides. It doesn't seem right somehow. Nothing really. I'm just awed by the tree and all. Did you have more questions? I think that's it. Talk to you later. Let's go talk to Whitcomb. Well now. Seems the pass coughed up one more straggler. Welcome to the root cellar, stranger. Name's Whitcomb, and what's your pleasure? A drink? Something from the kitchen? Amelia said we should ask for a meal. Ha! I strongly doubt she said it as politely as that. A brassy one she is. Her tongue could cut firewood, and it will if she keeps up her chatter. But never you mind. I can set you up with a meal that's to your liking. Just name your pleasure. These are not meals. Alcohol is not a meal. Look at this. Fiddlebender's Mystery Brew. Liquor is not a meal, Whitcomb. I think Amelia knew what she was talking about. townsperson. Nothing interesting in here. Bye. Okay, let's see. Ernst the Potter. There's another path that goes up that way. That is Vision Quest guy. There's not a whole lot left. You can see Kuldahar's not really that big of a place. Honestly, it's small enough that I'm, like, kind of interested in, like, how some of the people that they have here. I've always thought it's kind of cool. People like Auric the Grey. Like, how did they wind up here? Of course, that's part of Dungeons and Dragons, is you find interesting folks wherever you go who are probably too high level and far too interesting to really be where they are. Brother Ferg says, "Greetings, weary traveler. Are you in need of aid?" Yes, I am a stranger to this town. Our cleric can say, "Out of my way, you pious little toad." No. What can we find here? Let's see. A healer, weapons and armor. Where can we sell these battle axes? What weapons we have in Kuldahar are forged by Conlon the blacksmith. His smithy can be found on the northern edge of town. As for general supplies, our local amateur scholar Girth has a shop across town near the western bridge. What about healing? Then the blessings of the broken god are upon you, for you stand before the house of the bleeding rose. That is so dramatic. This is a place dedicated to the worship of the Lord on the Rack, Ilmater. All who are in need of succor are welcome here. Please, step inside, and revered Sister Kalyana shall ease your suffering, friend. Sure.
I'm on it.
So. He really is, because Ilmater is the god of healing, but also, like, the way that he goes about it is through self-sacrifice. So he's the god of martyrs. He's the god of, like, taking other people's burdens onto himself. So he heals you by essentially taking your pain for his own. It's very emo. Come back here, Brother Gus. Have our cleric talk to you too. Welcome, friend. I'm Brother Gus. No, he's a Gus. I'm Brother Gus, faithful servant of Ilmater. Be at peace, for you're in the care of the one who endures. Has anyone ever told you you look a lot like Brother Ferg? Yeah, on numerous occasions. It's not really much of a coincidence considering we're twins. Then why do you speak like that? Like what? Yeah, is there some way I can be of assistance to you? Yeah, where's Sister Kalyana? Oh, yeah, revered Sister Kalyana's at prayer on the altar. She's more than capable of tending to your wounds. She can also offer you what few curatives we have left in our humble temple. Why are you running out? You work for the god of healing. Yeah, I'm afraid so. The good people of Kuldahar have suffered greatly of late, and sharing their burdens, we've nearly exhausted our supply of potions and antidotes. I hear tell they might find such items elsewhere in town. Oh, where? The gnome, Oswald Fiddlebender. He's known to dabble in alchemy. He lives in that contraption on the ridge above this temple. It's also rumored that Auric the Mage possesses certain arcane items, but he's a bit of a recluse, though. He lives in a small tower on the far side of town to the west. Yeah, we met him. Thank you. I'm sorry, I don't know why Brother Gus sounds like that. It's how Gus's sound, I guess, in my brain. Greetings, friend. You are welcome in the house of the Bleeding Rose. May the healing hands of Ilmater lift your burdens and set your tortured soul at ease. Ah, you must be the priestess. You have been informed correctly. As acting head of this temple, it is my privilege to bestow whatever aid I can upon those in need. No small task, I might add, what with all the troubles that plague this town of late. Yes, she did say acting head. Up until a few weeks ago, Reverend Mother Eugenia presided over this house. Alas, she, like so many others in town, has gone missing and is presumed dead. Being the next highest-ranking member of the clergy, I have assumed the duties of the head of this temple until either she or revered Brother Pokelin returns. You mean to tell me your head priest was abducted? Perhaps. We're not quite sure. She grew tired of standing by while the people around us were being snatched up in the night. So she decided to hold a midnight vigil on the outskirts of town in hopes that she too might share in the suffering of those taken. That's not crazy at all. That was the last we saw of her. Her fate remains a mystery. Well, maybe she got what she wanted and some yeti grabbed her and took her away. Oh, what about Brother Pokelin? Revered Brother Pokelin is a visiting senior priest of Ilmater. He passed through Kuldahar several days ago on a pilgrimage to the monastery of the Weeping Lilac in Bryn Shander. He traveled quite a ways, all the way from Cormyr, I believe is what he said. He must be from those distant regions, for he bore a holy symbol of Ilmater that was unfamiliar to me. In any case, he promised to return with aid once he reached Bryn Shander. I hope he is all right. So you're a priest and a religious scholar, and you didn't recognize his holy symbol. I'm going to go ahead way out on a limb and guess that maybe he was a priest of somebody else. Did that cross your mind?
Agreed.
See, Hatheland knows. Just a little bit more. Sana, come back here. Her pathfinding got messed up, apparently. Up this way. Here we go, the Evening Shade Inn. Still not the blacksmith. Come on, Sana, we must gather our party before venturing forth. Here we go.
We'll see about that.
You looking for a room, or do you just want to let the chill in? I got no rooms for stragglers. Show some coin, or I'll show you the door. Who are you? I'm Alduin, and maybe having your head up way up there don't make you hear so good. Do you want a room or not? My inn's the only inn in town, so don't even be thinking you'll find a better deal anywhere else. So this is your inn. Yeah, why? Somebody in town saying different? No? Just wondering. Yeah, we got a little space left, but I don't want to hear any haggling over the prices, you hear? This is the only inn in town, so don't even be thinking you'll find a better deal anywhere else. You know what? I wonder if another halfling would have him say something different. Let's find out. Well, if so, we missed our chance. That's all right. Let's go upstairs and have a look around. When you say, "Is this your inn?" and someone says, "Yeah, why did somebody say different?" I feel like that is a clue.
Right then.
Well, we have a couple of places here where we can search, and there's no one else up here. Let's see. Locked. Not anymore. Ooh, Aiden's legacy ring. And a necklace. Nice. Now this ring. The simple silver ring bears an inscription on the interior. It looks like the inscription was carved there by an expert silversmith. To the people of Kuldahar, should evening fall upon me and my life be no more, I leave the evening shade to you. Please care for her as I did. Aiden, last of the line of Kaivun. So it sounds like maybe it's not his inn.
I'm here. I'm off.
There we go.
Agreed.
They were stuck. That happens sometimes. You know, Motmic is the one who found this, but Astrid likes to yell at people, and she's not gotten to do that a lot yet.
Watch this.
So, found a ring you might be interested in. What? Yeah, this ring's got an inscription. So why would you be the owner when it says something different? Oh, so now you've stooped to forcing your way into locked containers in people's houses, have you? Well, before you accused me of doing anything wrong, maybe you should look to yourself. What are you doing breaking and entering? Oh, so you knew it was locked upstairs. No, I didn't know it was locked upstairs. Look, I don't have to explain anything. You know what? You're right. I'll just take Aiden's ring to the elders of the town and let them decide how to deal with this. Perhaps they could call on his ghost with the ring and talk to him. Look, hold on. Here's what happened. First off, I never laid a hand on Aiden. Oh, so he is dead. Well, yeah, but it's not my fault. I come into the inn one night after barely making my way through Kuldahar Pass. See, and there he is, lying on the floor, cold as a stone. No, look, I've been through the pass before, even talked with the old fool a bit, and I knew he didn't have any family. Uh-huh. Well, there'd been rumors of people missing, so I buried the body outside of town, and then, well, I dug up some pen and ink and set up the claim. You know, well, granted, I stripped him of his belongings and should have thrown away that damn ring. But look, I'm not doing any harm. He didn't have any family. This town needs an inn. Okay, but yeah, why did you do it? Because you can't sell the place, right? Yeah, I know. It's just that I don't know. I'm sick of traveling, and I suddenly got the urge to settle. Blame the halfling in me, I suppose. And Sam in the background is just like, oh, no, he didn't. At least I didn't try to plant myself in some glorified mole burrow and smoke a stinkweed pipe till I die of boredom. Wow. Stop being racist towards your own kind. Okay, so we could keep quiet, and he could give us a good deal on rooms at the inn. Or we can take him to task for it. I think we know which one we're going to do. Almost everybody in this party is good aligned, right? So yeah, he didn't hurt Aiden, but obviously he shouldn't have hid the body. He shouldn't have falsified the claim. You know, I think that people would have liked to have paid their respects at the very least, and the inn belongs to Kuldahar. Yeah, well, before you start getting any more preachy on me, seems that you need to stop your habit of breaking and entering. That stinks of a thief, and by my reckoning, that puts us at about the same level. Oh, no. 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 Alright, look, maybe... I mean, what's to keep me from, getting out of town? You're trapped by an avalanche. Alright, damn it, I'll go talk to him. Now stop bothering me. Huh. Good, alright. We convinced him to confess his crime. Excellent. Well.
Agreed.
We've done a little good work today.
Agreed.
Hatheland agrees. Let's see. Right up here will be the smith. We can finally offload the rest of these crappy weapons. And then we'll go and see Oswald. I like Oswald Fiddlebender. He's a kooky character. He's a bit of a card. And he plays a significant part not only in this game, but also in Icewind Dale 2 later on. Let's see. Okay. A blacksmith's anvil often used to make or repair tools. No joke. But no one's working it right now. Probably inside. We heard that his son is missing, right? Yep, there we go. Conlon. Welcome, stranger. What can I do for you? Ah, yes, my name is Hatheland. You must be the local blacksmith. Aye, I'm Conlon. If you're needing a sharp blade or stout mace, I'm the man to see. Best take advantage while I'm still here. Oh, were you going someplace? Aye, I suppose so. With all the skullduggery that's been going on around here, I imagine I'll not be around much longer. Planning on leaving town? Or this town is rather dull. Maybe I could accompany you. Ha! I wish that were possible. The southern pass has long since been snowed in by this damnable weather we've been having lately. Now I hear tell that even the northern route to 10 towns has been blocked by an avalanche. Mark my words. None of us will last through this winter. We're all done for. Okay, why are you so ready to line your own grave, my guy? Not much for me to live for, really. My Mary passed a few years ago from the fever, and now... now my son's gone missing. Snatched out of his bed in the middle of the night. Right out from under my nose. He was just a boy. Let's see. Any idea who or what took him? If I knew that, do you think I'd be standing around here pounding at metal? He just vanished, I tell you. Gone without a trace. Even old Arundel couldn't find a trail, and he's got a nose for such things. Imagine whatever took him will come back for me next. I can't say it'll be unwelcome. I'd love to talk about your missing son all day, but I came to buy weapons. Here, this is a little nicer. I think, having been bereft of home and family himself, Hatheland would be a little more sympathetic. So, yes, perhaps you can show me what blades you have so I might arm myself against the likes of the rogues that abducted your son. Oh, thank goodness. Sell. Yes, good. These Yeti pelts, he'll give us 50 for them. We should probably go and check whether Auric can do something more interesting, because they did say he might buy them for more, maybe, if we care to walk back over there, or he might make us a magic item. Now, I am using the word might because, I know how standard Icewind Dale works, but of course this is the enhanced edition, and there are a few things in here that are slightly different. I don't necessarily know what all of them are, so some of this is new to me. We'll see if maybe they have added something like that. After all, they did tell us that, he might be able to make something out of them, versus they didn't say that he would also buy them the way that Conlon does. So, perhaps for a fee, he'll make us some cold-resistant armor or something. That would be nice. There we go. Okay. Whew. Plate mail armor. Nice. AC 3, 0 versus slashing. I believe she's wearing splint mail, isn't she? I hesitate to spend 900 gold on plate mail, though. It would only improve her AC by 1. That's a big expenditure for not a whole lot of improvement, so maybe it's better to wait and see if we can find some that drops out as treasure in a dungeon someplace. Alright. Ooh, a +1 short bow. We're using long bows, though. Oh, there we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. He does have a couple of +1 weapons. Composite longbow +1. Requires 15 strength, though I don't think Sana has that. Oh, well. This is nice. Bracers of Defense, AC 8. That would be a decent improvement for Keishara, but again, we can't afford it. Not yet. Helm of the Trusted Defender. Ooh, +3 AC. Better than a regular helmet. Ooh, an axe. Ooh, Hatheland must have that axe. Faith Killer. +5% magic resistance, 5% chance to dispel magic on a hit, and it's a +2 battle axe. Giant Killer. That's a sling. So it's a +1 sling, +4 versus giants. Ooh, magic spear. Hey. Oh, nice. Perfect for Sana, right? A Morning Star. The Lonesome Road. That is a two-handed axe. Sword of Murloc Vale. I think, yeah, that's a long sword. So they have a lot for, like Astrid could use this. Plus 20 lore, and it's a plus 3 longsword. Blade of Bale, another plus 3 longsword. My goodness, one for each of them. Troll Slayer, that's a bastard sword. Yeah, it costs so much. I mean, look at this, 40,000. Pikeman's End, Love of Black Bess, the Hell Pick, Evil Spider Crusher of Doom, Staff of Aaron. Oh, that's a plus 3 quarterstaff. That would be nice for Keishara. The Black Bow, Daisy Reliance. Look at all of these. My goodness gracious. Ooh, and an ammo belt. Yeah. This is the same thing as like the gem bag or the scroll case, but it holds ammunition. So, not necessarily worth 300, at least not right now, but something to consider. So yeah, all of this stuff is something that we'll have to think about coming back for. Magic items cost a fortune, and I mean, to be fair, really they should. Let's give this to... Let's see, this is not identified. We need to do that. Bullets. Okay, and we will sell these things as well. He didn't want to buy those throwing axes, did he? This is Mummy's Tea. Excellent. So, hand that to Hatheland to keep. This, yep, a plus 1 sling. So nobody is proficient with slings at the moment, but we know that when eventually Keishara levels up enough to get access to another weapon proficiency, her choices are very limited, and we want her to have a ranged attack because we don't want her to be in melee combat if we can avoid it. So I'm not going to stock up on bullets right now because she hasn't leveled up enough to become proficient. But when she does, she will have a plus 1 weapon already waiting for her, which is great. Alright, let's talk to him one more time. There we go. Okay, he will buy the throwing axes. Ah, I see. There. He was trying to select them one at a time. Okay.
Agreed.
Over here to Oswald's place. He might buy a few of these odds and ends as well. There you go. You can kind of see Oswald lives in a boat with a propeller on it.
I'm on it.
There we go. Oswald Fiddlebender. Oh, well, hello there. I didn't see you come in. What can I do for you? Are you the one they call Fiddlebender? Of course, introductions. How rude of me. Sometimes I just get so wrapped up in my work. The name's Oswald. Oswald Fiddlebender. What work do you do here? Well, I'm an inventor of sorts. I make things that are meant to improve the lives of others, like this ship, for instance. I also dabble in alchemy. Would you care to sample some of the potions I've concocted? I just met you. Oh, this ship is my home. At least it has been since I crashed here over a year ago. I know, she's not much to look at, but someday I'll have her back in one piece and in the air once more. You mean it can fly? Well, of course it can. Or at least it could once. Oh, you should have seen it. It was amazing. It was like sailing on a sea of clouds. Oh, she is my greatest invention yet, you know. What is this, Final Fantasy XIV? A flying boat, huh? Oh, I'm glad you think so. I call it an airship. Isn't that wonderful? Airship. As in, it is a ship that floats upon the air. Get it? It's really quite clever when you think about it. Ooh. Yeah. Basically, this is the Sid of this game. Oh, and he thinks he's so smart. Unfortunately, he's right. The passes through the spine of the world are fraught with many dangers. The caravans that travel between the Southlands and the 10 towns must brave not only the treacherous terrain, but all the nasty creatures that inhabit it as well. I simply sought to find an alternative route between the mountains, or in this case, over them. So how'd you wind up here? Well, that's a rather embarrassing story. You see, when I attempted the crossing on the airship's maiden voyage, I was the only one aboard. I had a bit of trouble convincing anyone back in Bryn Shander to crew with me. Anyhow, I managed to get the ship airborne and was making excellent progress over the mountains. It really was a magnificent view. The billowing clouds, the snow-capped peaks that shimmered like diamonds in the sunlight. I guess I was so enamored by the beauty of it all that I didn't notice that outcropping of rock until it was too late. He hit a mountain. Well, the collision ripped the bottom of the ship wide open. The steering mechanism was badly damaged and the ship began to lose altitude. I tried desperately to keep it aloft, but down we came, falling from the sky like a stone. It is by sheer luck that I crashed here in the town of Kuldahar. Well, and now he sells potions. Yes, I have all kinds. Currently, I'm working on a special brew for the farmers of Kuldahar, something that will help protect their livestock from the bitter cold front that seems to have settled upon the valley. Several farmers were kind enough to donate some cows to serve as test subjects for my experiments. Feeding experimental potions to these cows? Oh, nonsense. I would never hurt these animals. In fact, I've come to think of them as my friends. Besides, without my help, they would all freeze to death. Well, you have anything useful for non-cows? Well, most certainly. I'd be more than happy to supply you with whatever potions you might need at a fair price. Well, okay. And he does have a few. Potion of Agility, Infravision. This one reflects gaze attacks. Flaming Oil. That later became known as Alchemist's Fire. Well, he has nothing that we want to purchase at the moment. But now you've gotten to meet him and all the joy that is Oswald. Alright, wonderful. Well, so, now, there is nothing left here to do except to talk to Arundel.
Agreed.
Before we do that, I do want to go over here and we'll see what Auric has to say about these Yeti pelts. Hopefully, he will get it into his head to make something more interesting out of them than just purchasing them for 50 gold, but the worst that happens is he does buy them for 50 gold, and then we don't have to go back and talk to Conlon again. What are you doing? Who are you? That's Hatheland. Why? Why are you like this? We raised you better than this. We raised you to be better than this. So we'll see what happens. If nothing else, we can at least just go ahead and sell them and then head on down to Arundel's house. We'll move this quest along. Yes, we must gather our party before venturing forth. Here he comes. You can do it, Ranger. I believe in you. Stock goblin noise. Very upsetting. Let's see. Yeah, he is a ranger. He was just enjoying nature. Ah, here we go. Mirek mentioned you may be able to do something with these Yeti pelts. Yeti pelts are not the best of materials to work with, but Conlon and myself may be able to make some hide armor out of them. It's a bit tougher and stiffer than leather. I'll be able to lay some enchantments into the materials as they cure. It'll take a lot of material, though, and some pricey spell components. We'll probably need 10 pelts and, 2,500 gold. Okay, well. We'll come back. There we go. Sell that necklace. No other gems. We'll keep that ring for the moment. I don't think that Aiden's legacy ring actually has any... Yeah, it doesn't have any powers or anything. So we'll just put it away and hang on to it for now. And then these Yeti pelts, unfortunately, do not stack. But we'll hang on to them. And then maybe we'll come back and get us some Yeti armor. I'll at least wait until we have 10 pelts, and then you guys can make the decision if it's worth 2,500 gold to see what it is that Auric can come up with. For now, though, let's go talk to Arundel. Everyone in town has wanted us to go and talk to him. We've been pointed to him left, right, and sideways. And of course, that's where we're supposed to be going to advance the story. So let's do that. We don't have a druid ourselves, which is almost a shame.
I've been expecting you for some time now.
I love that he somehow manages to make that sound like he knew that we came to Kuldahar and did literally everything else before we came to talk to him. It's like Uncle Arundel is irritated that we passed him by and didn't come see him first. So, okay, well, I'm not surprised. We're just gonna say you must be Arundel.
Yes, I am Arundel, known to some as the Archdruid of Kuldahar. Though I invite you to dispense with the formalities and just call me Arundel, plain and simple. Titles tend only to serve one's own vanity and aren't really of much use in this small mountain community.
Alright, well then, Arundel, what's going on?
Yes, it was I who sent Alistair to Easthaven for help. His death weighs heavily upon my conscience. For not only was he a student of mine, but he was also a friend and trusted companion. He will be missed, as will Hrothgar and the other members of your expedition.
Yes, so far we've managed to kill Jim Cummings, Eravane, what was that female dwarf's name? Hildegard or something like that. Like, basically everyone. Everyone we've met has died. And this name bothers me. Of course, there's two L's here, but Halaster is also the name of the insane wizard that lives in the dungeon of Undermountain underneath Waterdeep. So, you know about the avalanche? He also knew Hrothgar, presumably.
Oh yes, I know. I also know that it was no accident. Someone or something did not want your party to reach Kuldahar alive.
Yes, so this we knew. So yes, this someone or something is presumably the reason you sent for help.
There are malevolent forces at work in these mountains. Forces that seek to undermine the delicate balance we druids have struggled to preserve for centuries.
Could you be more specific?
Oh, would that I could. The face of the evil remains hidden, but its presence is unmistakable. All about us, there are signs of its damaging influence on the balance. The unnatural weather, the recent rash of abductions, the numerous monster sightings in the past.
That is a lot to happen at one time.
These all point towards something sinister. Even the animals sense something is amiss.
I don't know, those chickens back in the past seemed like they were doing fine. Let's ask about the disturbances first.
I can only tell you of what little I know. Which disturbances would you have me speak of?
Well, how about this weather? How about this weather?
The weather in these mountains has always been harsh, but never like this. Fierce storms ravage the valley without warning, often lasting for several days at a time, before vanishing as quickly as they come. It is barely midway into leafall, and yet the pass to the south has been snowed in entirely. Weather such as this is most unnatural. Nature presents itself in cycles that are predictable by those who know what to look for.
I'll accept that at face value. He is a druid. Okay, how about the abductions?
Oh, yes. Terrible, terrible. At first, there were tales told by travelers of companions disappearing into the night, snatched up from their bedrolls as they camped along the narrow trail that winds through the pass. We did not think much of these tales, for such occurrences are not unheard of in these mountains.
Okay, but that doesn't inspire extra confidence. Like, I didn't listen to these stories because that's something that we know happens. That's a known quantity. This is a factor of which we are aware. People disappear from their bedrolls, snatched up in the middle of the night. It's fine. It's just how it's the way of things.
Then one night, Conman's boy Sheemish went missing. The next morning, the whole town searched for the boy, but turned was just gone. Vanished, without a trace.
I forgot his name was Sheemish. What a name.
The boy was just the first. Several nights later, another disappeared. Megan Potts, the local midwife. Her husband Khalil was grief-stricken to the point of madness. With barely a word to anyone, he snatched up his sword and marched off into the darkness after his wife. No one has heard from him since. And now, the abductions are occurring more frequently. Iden, the old innkeeper from the Evening Shade, was taken only 3 days ago.
Actually, I can't believe we don't have a dialogue option to inform him about the truth behind that.
I can only tell you of, as I'm sure you have noticed by now, there seems to be quite a few goblins about. It is not usual to see so many of their kind roaming the mountains so late in the year. It is almost as something has drawn them out of their holes, like carrion birds drawn to the scent of death.
Or like a call they have to answer.
As if the goblins weren't enough, several giants have been spotted moving through the pass in groups as large as 10.
That's a lot of giants!
That many giants traveling together in such numbers indicates they are organized and are acting with a singular purpose. I have watched their activities closely. Their tracks trace a deliberate pattern through the mountains, almost as if they were on patrol. Another thing, while I was out scouting the giants, I discovered other sets of tracks I have never encountered before. What manner of beast made them? I could not say.
Okay, well, so what about this balance then?
The balance. It is what the druids of Kuldahar hold sacred and have worked to preserve for generations. It is all around us. It is us. Balance is the harmony that is achieved when man and nature learn to coexist, no longer contending with one another, but coming together as two parts of a whole.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Balance is the belief that this town is built upon, the very reason for its existence. Druids of Sylvanas, the Oak Father, have tended this shrine since the beginning. For hundreds of years, we have striven to achieve the ideal balance between man and nature. When settlers finally came to this pass, it was the Archdruid Tolban, my predecessor, who laid the foundation for the relationship that led to the birth of this community.
Okay, now we're getting into a lot of lore. So what shrine?
The Great Oak, the massive tree that stands above us, around us. It is a holy shrine to Sylvanas, for it was he who planted its seed when Faerun was first born. It is a testament to the raw power of nature, a monument to its ability to thrive in the face of adversity. Thanks to Tolban, the Great Oak we druids called the Kuldahar, and the town that has come to be known by the same name, have together become a monument of even greater significance. A monument to the balance.
Okay, so this Tolban guy sounds pretty cool.
Tolban was the catalyst for the transformation of the shrine from a sacred grove to a thriving community in which man and nature exist as one. At first, settlers were kept away from the site. The druids of old saw outsiders as an affront to the sanctity of the tree and its sphere of benign influence. They erected thorny brambles to keep intruders out, and used their powers to frighten away the men and women that came to build homes in a place they felt was obviously so close to the gods. It wasn't until the succession of Archdruid Tolban that things changed. Unlike his predecessors, he believed that the settlement of the valley was not only inevitable, but it was actually the will of Sylvanas.
Interesting idea.
He also believed that we had been wrong in keeping the settlers away, and that the Oak Father had intended people to share in the miracle of the Great Oak from the beginning.
Fair enough.
When Tolban finally became Archdruid, he formed a plan to fulfill the destiny of this sacred site by bringing about a union between the Great Oak Shrine and the settlers. It was this union that the Archdruid Tolman believed would achieve the harmony that we had been striving for generations. The harmony between man and nature. As it stands, Kuldahar is a monument to this vision.
Well, it's certainly impressive. I'd live there.
The tree and town exist in a natural symbiosis, where it is next to impossible to tell where one leaves off and the other begins. But now, the balance is threatened.
Well, we can't have that.
I fear that if we do not soon discover the source of these disturbances, then all that we have worked for will be destroyed. The evil that has come to these mountains infects this town like a disease. As its people suffer, so does the tree suffer from the sickness that attacks the balance, corrupting it with its very presence.
Ooh.
Already, the circle of warmth that radiates from the great oak has begun to recede.
Which explains why you have running water in some parts of town, and the creek is like freezing over on the other part of town, and the snow is kind of encroaching inward. So there you go.
We were forced to abandon the outlying farmsteads as a result of the shrine's fading power. If we do not take action soon, I am afraid that the life-giving warmth will cease altogether. Both the great oak and the town, nestled within its roots, will die. This must not happen. We need your help.
Okay. So we can be super mean. We're only interested in getting out alive. We'd like to help, but there's not really anything we can do. But of course we know why we came here. So, very well. What must we do?
I suggest you begin by investigating the Vale of Shadows. It is a place not far from here. Darkness has always clung to the floor of the small canyon, as if the light of the sun itself were wary of the place.
Ominous.
There are a number of ancient crypts hidden within the shadows of the Vale's narrow cliff walls. There have been rumors of the dead awakening and emerging from their dusty tombs to walk once more amongst men.
Well, that sounds just totally unhygienic.
If these rumors are true, then I suspect that whatever is responsible for disturbing their slumber may be behind the other disturbances as well.
No, that is one way to put it.
Go to the Vale of Shadows, learn what you can about the happenings there, then return here and we shall discuss a course of action. Good luck, and farewell.
Yeah, it makes it pretty clear that all of this stuff is linked and gives you a path to follow. And on the one hand, like, that's great. I appreciate that. But on the other hand, of course, too, the best D&D adventures or role-playing of any kind don't really railroad you. And Icewind Dale it suffers a little bit from that. Not too badly. Like, it's an enjoyable story. It's one I don't mind being railroaded through. But it does kind of do that. So, you must go here to come back and do the other thing. So, here we go, the Vale of Shadows.
I'm on it.
Basically, yes. It's like, did you get the message? Did you hear the thing? I said the thing again. The Vale of Shadows. There's a veil with shadows in it. Go where there are shadows in the veil. We get it. Ooh, hey, Yetis.
I'm not sure about this.
Oh, it's fine.
They're not going anywhere.
See, it's fine. Ooh. Nice. Experience points are the best treasure. Astrid gained a level. Lovely. Okay. Thako reduced by 1, so she's more accurate now. Another hefty 13 hit points. Indeed. In this game, that's our preferred form of matter for Yeti, is a gas. Well, let's see. Well, we can go up north. We can keep going towards the southeast. What do y'all think? We're already started this way, but of course we'll explore the entire thing sooner or later. I was thinking there was a cave down here, but I think it must be further along. But I must gather my party before venturing forth. Oh. Obviously this was the correct decision because there's more Yetis. Oh, someone got Yeti punched. Oh, it was Sauna. Ouch. What are you doing up front? Ooh, Motmic leveled up. I wonder which class he leveled up in. Yeah, see, everybody's kind of close. We're going to be seeing a lot of this here in the next little while, that everybody's going to... Now, see, he's starting to pull ahead, because cleric, of course. Same thing for her, although not nearly as much. But you can see them spacing out and all of those different numbers that you have to deal with. One of the great things about 3rd edition Dungeons & Dragons, say what you will about it otherwise, definitely was that it standardized all of that and did away with the unnecessary different experience tracks and attack tracks and things like that. Okay, so Motmic over here. He leveled up in Fighter, not in Thief, so you can see he didn't get any Thief skills, but he gained a weapon proficiency. So, what should we put that in? He's got the most that he can have in Dagger for the moment, and he's using a single dagger. He's got that crossbow. Of course, we could potentially give him a second dagger. We could start doing 2-weapon style and have him dual wield. That way, if he does get into melee, he's more effective. Yeah, we could also just have him do single weapon style and kind of go duelist. That increases his criticals. Be good for sneak attacks. Alright, let's do that then. Every rogue dual wields daggers, but we know that in his portrait he's only using one, because that's all Motmic needs. There we go. Okay. Who will level up next? Oh, all of these winding paths. Goodness gracious. By rights, I should have Motmic scouting ahead, but, you know, we've been doing so well, I'm feeling more confident than I deserve to, so I'm just kind of rushing ahead. We haven't encountered anything that could really slow us down so far. Well, I mean, if you look, I mean, our experience is not yet over 9,000, but, like, we're getting close. Here is the first of several tombs we will be exploring. We'll explore the outsides first, and then we'll come back for the indoor component. Let's head over here. Aha! More Yeti!
I'm not sure of this.
I am sure, so don't worry. Well, I mean, we have a ranger as our party leader, so... It's a good thing Hatheland and Astrid are so strong. Because those Yeti pelts weigh a ton. Ooh, this statue. This ancient statue depicts a seated robed figure, his head bowed in prayer. It's a little nondescript. Yeah. They're going quick. Oh my goodness, so many Yeti. Motmic has no time. He does not give a single crap. Man, Hatheland just laid into that one. Dang. Ooh. Merrick's family heirloom and a magical morning star. Well, look at that. and a cave. Okay, well, first things first. So, Merrick's family heirloom. Let's have Sam carry that for now. I don't want to accidentally put it in the gem bag and lose it. Sana, can you tell what this Morning Star is? +1. Okay, +1 to hit, 2d4 +1 crushing. And Sam just became proficient with these. So see, 1d6 +1 and speed factor 7. This is definitely a better weapon. Alright. So, congratulations to Sam, who, out of everybody, he just got our first magical weapon. Because, of course, Apsel's dagger is a little bit better than the average dagger, but it's not technically magical. We'll have to see if there's a box of scraps in there. Alright, y'all, head up this way. Let's see what's next. More Yetis, perhaps. Would anyone be surprised? It's something other than Yetis. Oh, it's a shadow. Oh boy. Bleh. Blar, blor, it seems to say. Considering we only have one magical weapon in the party, we're doing pretty well. Shadows are, like, not easy to hurt. See, you can tell right here. Where'd it go? Yeah, see, using some magic against us there. Hatheland is still affected by its curse. On the other hand, he also leveled up. Nice. 12 hit points. Thaco, lore. Okay. Excellent. But see, look there. Big jumps to get from level 4 to level 5, right? So now she will probably level up first, and then Motmic will be not very far behind her, going up to level 4 Thief, and Sana as well. Nice, okay. Well, let's see. Let's head back down here. This trail continues back up that way, and we can loop around. There we go. We are getting it done, folks. And the shadows are worth 700 experience points each. Oh. There we go. That sounds like a lot, but the reality of it is, of course, you have to remember that any experience points we receive are divided by 6. So, like, do keep that in mind. 700 is not that much. You know, that's less than 120 points each. Oh. There we go. I'm hearing that beautiful noise. Oh, come on, guys. The AI just took a break. That one took a little more beating. Okay, we see that was a greater shadow, I think. There we go. This ancient bronze statue depicts a robed figure praying. This one is beginning to crumble with age, and its broken head lies nearby. Let's go over this way. Gotta get back over here. See, did we fully explore over here? Now we'll stop on our way. each map is about the same size, but of course different levels will have different components, like they may have multiple floors and so forth, not to mention all of the extra rooms and buildings that you can go into. So the Vale of Shadows has multiple tombs, like this one, crypt, a crypt, the Vale Ice Cave. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff, hopefully, in some of these. See, we've been getting pretty lucky with these rolls, because where the shadows are incorporeal, it's basically like we have a chance to miss them with normal weapons, and then when we do hit them, we deal reduced damage. Okay, another crypt. Nice. So now we can head to this one. And while we're on the way, let's level up our characters here, starting with Sana, I think. Her pickpockets went up again. Saving throws, nice. More mage spells, more lore, great. Motmic. Okay, now let's see here. 25 skill points. Where are we going to put those? Well, we know he's bad at sneaking, but we really need to focus on opening locks and finding traps, I think. So let's go ahead, put a few points in each of these. There we go, 5 in each, that's not bad. And then, we've been dealing with undead. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Maybe we should drop 5 points into detect illusion. Yeah, open locks I feel like is the most important one, followed by find traps. And then after that it's stealth and illusions. Okay. Now, Keishara. Okay, Thaco's reduced by 1. Additional spell slots, good, good. Hit points. Cool. Let's do another chromatic orb. She needs more attack spells because she's not been casting any. We have a horror. Let's also have a blur. Let's see. Took care of Sam's spell slots. Okay. Good, that spell wore off. Alright, we will explore this last path. And then I think it would be worth it to take Mirik his necklace back, maybe. I feel bad for the guy. I really do. I feel bad for all these people. Like, some bad stuff is going down. And it's so much at once. Like, that's the main thing. Icewind Dale really piles it on, where there's not just one disaster. Like, there's some kind of root cause, but you have the abductions, you have the monsters, you know, you have the raiders, you have the dead rising, you have this unnatural winter that's really harsh. There's this general feeling of dread. Okay, there we go. Let's head back over here then. We're going to take Mirik his necklace. Also, yeah, we have more than 10 Yeti pelts now. Might have to sell a couple of those. This takes some time to travel, see, 8 hours, but it's not enough to be worried about it, really. I'm not supremely concerned. The undead will wait. They've waited long enough, right? A few more minutes won't kill them, or another 8 hours. Okay, here's Mirik, I think. Sam, why don't you go and talk to him?
Okay.
Have you found the heirloom yet? Yep. In the belly of one of the largest Yetis. Poor Silas. At least I'll be able to pass this down to my sons now. But please, take this. It's the least I can give you for your trouble. Well... So, 4,800 experience points and a sling. Ah, perhaps another +1 sling. Yes, it is. Well, and he can actually hang on to that, in fact, because he also is not proficient with this, not yet. But eventually, just like with Keishara, we'll want everybody to have the option of a ranged attack, because you never know when you might need it, just to set up a decent ambush or something. And again, like wizards, clerics are kind of limited. They're not great with bows and crossbows in old 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons, so we'll hang on to this +1 sling for now, and he can equip that later once he becomes proficient. And that was a long way to come, so let's go ahead and do a save as well. Man, look at our quests. So, gosh, we're not even high enough level to do this yet. We need to find mythol lore for Auric, right? Whoo-wee. We've got to just, investigate the Vale. Whew. There's just so much has gone on and so much still to do. And I feel like all of these folks have got something going on. Like, Conlan's son is missing. Ernst is, scared so much that he's thinking of leaving. Of course, we've got lore that we can bring back to Girth. Yeah, the game is pretty clear about that. Like, we know what we need to do next. Let no one say otherwise. But now that we have all of this under control, right? Let's go over here to the Evening Shade. Let's rest a little.
I think it's time for bed.
Yeah, Sana agrees. See, she's fatigued now.
I'll be needing rest soon.
Here, they're all gonna sound off. Even Keishara, who doesn't sleep because elves in the...
I am in need of a good night's rest.
Yes, it's like you're an elf. You meditate, you don't actually sleep.
I'm on it.
I'm kind of waiting now for the other two to sound off. Well, that's alright. They have higher constitution scores, that's why they're not tired yet. Alright. Yeah, of course we got space for such fine, upstanding travelers such as yourself. By the way, I talked it over with the other folks in town like you asked, and they're willing to let the whole Aiden thing slide as long as I take a percentage out of my profits to help the town. Damn warm-blooded vampires. Well, the road to a clean conscience can be a long one. There's our roommate again. Okay. Well, folks, so we've cleansed the pass. We've got a lot of clues and a lot of questions, and some of those clues lead to more questions. And we are going to find some of those answers over here in the Vale of Shadows, in case the game has not made that abundantly clear. Yeah, we don't have, like, Fantasy Yelp, but if we did, like, we're going to get on Macebook and complain about this, right?
Agreed.
Okay. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crypts to explore, and 1 cave. And you'll also notice, of course, that some of these have different colored icons. This one is green, whereas the rest are blue. Probably because that one has a name attached. That's not super important. So we'll start with this one over here. And that is where we will pick up next weekend. I am already looking forward to it. This has been a great adventure. And I hope that you will join me again next time. Thank you for being here and being part of our party. I could not do this without you. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I hope that you enjoy it enough to subscribe here on Twitch if you're not already subscribed. And also, when I do my upload to YouTube, go on over there, take a look, like up this video. If you had a good time, subscribe there as well. Turn on notifications to make sure that you don't miss those uploads. And watch on Twitter and Pillow Fort and Facebook for upcoming material. And sometimes I also share some other relevant links depending on what's going on. So, I will see you next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is New York and Miami time here in the United States. And I hope that you will join me then for some more Icewind Dale. And until then, as always, Thanks for playing.